everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for liking, for subscribing, and for being here. Thank you for sharing, it helps the channel grow, and I have so much gratitude to all of you. Thank you to everyone who's bought me a coffee. I am extremely grateful. And to everyone who's emailed me for a personal private reading. As you know, I don't have set prices. I've been guided to have you pay what you can afford because I believe everyone should have access to their own personal private readings. Today I was guided to use this really unique deck I've only used one time, which was this incredibly beautiful spiritual reading. It's giving me the chills now thinking about it. I'll put a link below if you're interested. It ended up having a channeled message with it. It was intended for an entire country, which I've never been asked to do before, and it just like magically spoke. I don't practice Hinduism, but I magically started just knowing about some of the gods and goddesses within the faith that I am not that familiar with, but they kept coming out within the reading. And I've never used a deck since because it just seemed, well, I was never asked to, and it didn't seem right because it seemed like such a beautiful reading by one of the Ascended Masters that it seemed like improper to use the deck again. But I was guided to use the deck again today. I was told it was an important deck to read from because the deck is so full of light. It is just this really light-filled deck. It's very white and bright. It's just this like light beams of white light and blue ray lights, if you will. So I was guided to use it for the collective. I wasn't given a sign, so I'm doing it as a general reading for the collective. And that will let spirit guide it, but it felt like it was really important. It had something to do with this weekend. I don't know what it has to do. Feels like your potentially your spirituality. I felt like blessings coming, gifts coming, something with awakening, spirituality, evolvement, upgrades. It really felt tied to the channeled reading with Elmoira, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But I couldn't stop thinking about the deck all day. I wasn't even going to do a reading today, but it just was one of those things like it wouldn't leave me alone. So that's why we're here. It's having forgiveness for yourself. If you know, you have to have forgiveness and compassion for yourself too. I'm saying that because I'm seeing the Page of Cups at the bottom, and I feel like some of you don't have forgiveness for yourself sometimes, that you're tough on yourself on things when you don't need to be. It's, you know, we are still all people having a human experience. So it's okay. It's okay if you are frustrated all of a sudden or having a hard time or oh, I should have been grateful and said this. It's learning it and mastering it, and you don't master something overnight. No one does. So the Ascended Masters lived for a very long time before they became Ascended Masters. So it is okay to say, I have compassion and empathy for myself. I didn't just have gratitude for paying this bill for thousands of dollars and let the money freely flow from my savings that I was saving for something else. I will remember to do that next time, but I have compassion and empathy, and I can forgive myself for not doing that. But that's okay. I'm grateful that I did have the money to pay the bill. That's all you have to do. It's really that simple. And it's cleared. It's gone. So for some reason that message seemed very prevalent for someone, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. And I was told that was important for me to say. Because the Ten of Pentacles is here, so this transformation you're going through, I feel like for some of you is still I see you changing. I feel like this is tied to the daily reading today, the spiritual upgrade that you're going through. Because I remember saying I wasn't sure if I should do a daily reading, so I didn't do one for the weekend. So I feel like that's what this is connected to. That's why Spirit wanted me to do this message, because this is tied to what you're going to be going through over the weekend. Because I felt like some of you were having a really hard time with money, like where's the money going to come from, or some of you lost jobs or want to disconnect from connections or relationships, but you need that financial stability. So you're not sure, because I see the Ten of Pentacles here, but this is after you complete this upgrade this weekend. So I'm digressing. I'll put timestamps below, but I feel like that message is important, and I can hear different pieces of spirit wanting to talk, but I'm also hearing them wanting me to help walk through some of the cards too. So you're starting, I feel like this is what happens over this weekend. So it could be starting like Saturday, and I feel like it goes into like early Monday morning. So I feel like I said, I feel like this spiritual transformation that I had read about, that I gave a reading on for Friday morning. So if you weren't sure, check out the reading for the 8th of March about this spiritual upgrade that you're going through. And I'll put a link below in the box as well for that. So you feel like you're starting out as the Queen of Cups. And in here is where they were showing me the cheering India in the background in this special temple that El Moira uses to meet spiritually with beings, like souls, and his own people of the first ray of light. And one of his main colors is blue. These cards are all blue and white. But you are being surrounded by a very loving, nurturing energy, because it's like you're in this like cocoon stage, if you will, of transformation right now. You're in this they're showing me this protective bubble around you. And this doesn't represent you. This represents the energies around you. This unconditional loving energy, because the Queen of Cups is just love. It's so much love. And she's in the energy of, well, she's drawing me right here to the blue with the crown, with the third eye. So I feel like I'm getting all eyes are on you, meaning like all your guides, your angels, your ascended masters. I'm covered in the chills. They're all on you. So everyone's working with you this weekend to help you through this transition, this experience you're having. And I feel like all of you are having different experiences. Some of you are having experiences with family. Some of you are having experiences with friends. Some of you are having experiences longing for somebody that you care about romantically. But it's all tied to this like spiritual connection that you have at the soul level with someone. So if it's a familial connection, or if it's a deep friendship connection, or if it's a romantic connection, it's something at the soul level that's so deep that ties you two together, that it's like, for a lot of you, I'm getting two messages. So for some of you, you were inspired by them, by this other person, to improve spiritually, because you want to raise your vibration so you can connect better with them spiritually. And for others, you inspired this person to raise their vibration so they could meet you more closely spiritually because you have such a deep soul tie. But either way, whichever one you are, it doesn't really matter. You are surrounded by unconditional love from Source. When I say Source, I mean Spirit. I mean your guides, your angels, your ascended masters, and God, the creator of everything, right? There's so much love around you. That's what the Queen of Cups is telling me. And I feel that there's see how there's two crowns? Like there's a crown here with all the gems, and there's another crown here that's like faded. It's like you're being crowned with something. Like one crown is being removed from your crown chakra. See, it's faded. It's like doesn't have any stones, and this one has all the stones. And a new crown is going to be placed on you by the divine, by spirit. I see wings behind you. So yes, Source and Spirit are with you as you go through this transition, because I can see the transition you're going through and then what happens as your outcome. Because you are in this, and again, they're showing me the same thing. I feel like this is for people all over the world. Like some of you are deeply connected to people from different countries. Does that make sense? Like some people, I've found people from past lives, but you're from different countries. Or I'm here, yeah, I'm here. I keep getting it's different continents. And you're going through a major transformation. This is the Judgment card. So, like Spirit is right behind you with the unconditional love, removing your old crown you thought you were supposed to wear in life and giving you the crown for your new purpose in life to move forward. As you're trying to break out of this cocoon, and you can see the wings of the angels behind you. This is usually represented by Archangel Gabriel raising people from the dead, but that's not how this feels at all. It feels like some of you are spiritually waking up for the first time. I feel like that's a smaller group of you on the channel. It feels like more, I feel like these are upgrades that are happening because I see this beautiful, actually I see a pair of doves. So I feel like a lot of you are in some kind of really loving connection. And loving connections can be siblings, they can be friendships, they can be, it feels romantic too. It really feels romantic because I feel like one of you really inspired the other to grow more. And that's why one of you is going through this more. So there's so much white light here. And the blue that's spiraling is the blue ray of light. It's also your throat chakra. This person is the person, you're so vibrationally in alignment with them because you two just lay over each other so perfectly. Like these two doves are flying so perfectly in tandem, one on top of the other, that your vibrations are beautifully aligned. I see the sun, actually, these sun rays are bursting out over here. I don't know if you can see them. They're showing me as perfect sun rays coming out over here. So they're saying that, I'm sure you can see this blue. I don't think anybody can't miss that. They're explaining that as it's because this person allows you to speak so freely and be your authentic self. You're trying, I'm hearing, to spread your wings and fly. I'm covered in the chills because you want to meet them where they are. You want to be at the same vibration as them, and you are so close. And you can reverse the roles if need be, but I feel like this is you because they also are evolving in their spiritual evolution as well. But they sparked something in you. They triggered this in a good way. So you want to fly as high as they can. And this is the one person you can speak your truth with. You can be. They're showing me somebody. This is quite graphic. Like unzipping like your earth body suit and like stepping out of it and exposing who you really are at your core. And it's like what's radiating is everything that's inside and your soul. So you're just like, this is who I really am. And that's why your throat chakra is coming into alignment and you're coming more into alignment spiritually. That's literally what they're showing me. I mean, like, it's like I'm watching like a video right here of somebody literally unzipping everything and taking off. It was like me unzipping this, but instead it's my whole body. It's like that's what you're going through over the weekend, to be able to be in alignment, because this is the one person you can do that with. And this person is the one person who can do that with you. I feel like for a lot of you, it could be somebody romantic, but it doesn't have to be, because sometimes you can also be that way with a very close friend. You can be that way with somebody who's a sibling. You can be that way sometimes with somebody who is a parent. So they can all be different people that you feel you can be your true self with. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's somebody romantic. And you have the Page of Swords here over the weekend. And he has two swords. But it's called the Page of Swords. And he's, again, all the white light. And they're showing me a lot of birds again. And birds are very spiritual beings. But they're showing me, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. So Page of Swords usually means like communication, because he's looking right at you in the Judgment card. And I feel like this is the person that triggered this in you. Like this is the other energy. This doesn't feel like you. I feel like this is the other person. It doesn't feel like your energy. And it feels like the other person, with them having two swords, felt like they were at a crossroads before. Like they could have put it up as a two of swords, because they weren't sure of which way to go, energetically speaking. Like if this was romantic, they weren't sure if you should stay as friends or if you should progress more romantically. I'm also getting this person would be willing to go to hell and back for you. Because I'm seeing a building in the back with like a high tower. It's almost like a castle. I'm hearing spiritual warfare. Like this person would fight demons for you. This person's more spiritually gifted, shall we say? Like, I feel like they might be a little bit more spiritually evolved, but I feel like they might have more abilities than you. And they can see things coming before you can because they're already looking to the distance. And it's like they're already ready for what they may need to do to be able to maneuver a situation, or they can sense situations coming faster than you can. Not that you can't, but I feel like they know it's coming faster than you do. You're learning because they're teaching you. I also feel, for some of you, this is, well, they're going to communicate with you over the weekend because they're going to sense something's going on with you. They're going to be worried about you over the weekend. Because I feel like you don't go a day without communicating several times. It doesn't matter if you're at a distance, because I feel like some of you could be at a distance. And if you are, that you talk all the time. So they're going to be worried about you. So they'll reach out because they're going to be concerned. Like, why are you silent? Even if you may go a day without talking, they're going to sense something's different. So they'll reach out just to check in on you and make sure everything's okay. I also get for some of you too, this is like one of your I don't know if it's your soul ascended master or your life ascended master. But they're right there with you while you're going through this. And they're like, just reach out, I'm right here. It could also be a guide or an angel for you or an ancestor, but I also feel like it's somebody spiritual, like beyond the veil is with you during this time. As you're like in this cocoon trying to break out, all this love is with you. You're aligning your chakra. You're going through this major transformation and spiritual upgrade with unconditional love. And one is right here literally reaching out to you during this time frame. And the person who you might be connected to here in the 3D world might be somebody who's like of the light. A light path worker, a light worker, a healer, a shaman, a starseed. It might be someone like that you're deeply connected to. So that's how they just naturally know things. Or you are, I feel like for some of you, that's this person that you're deeply connected with at the soul level here on earth. But I feel also you are getting really connected to one of your guides, angels, ancestors, or one of your key ascended masters. And the two key ones really are we have 5, but the two key ones really are your soul and your life ascended master. And I feel like one of them is with you while you're trying to get through this experience over the weekend. It's not a negative experience, by the way. You're not going through anything negative or difficult or hard. It's just like, what's happening to me? Why did I only see things maybe in my third eye, and all of a sudden I see something right in front of me for the first time? Or why all of a sudden I'm seeing things in energetic colors and I never experienced that before in a meditative state? What does that mean? Or why am I able to astral travel when I've never done that before? something like that is happening over the weekend, and it's catching you off guard. Because you're getting these upgrades, and you're trying to align yourself more vibrationally and spiritually because you're growing. So I feel like some of those things are happening for some of you. Some of you, I feel like you're making connections of, oh, all these things make sense. I understand what a guide is and an angel and an ascended master, and I understand how all of our souls are connected, and we are all one, and we're all connected to God, creation, source. That all the religions are intertwined, all faiths are interconnected. We are all just love. You're starting to understand what vibration is, and frequency, and manifestation, and alchemy. So some of you are going through that kind of experience, and that's the transformation you're going through, and you're understanding how to really manifest correctly for the first time. Maybe your first manifestation showed up. Like, whoa, I did it. This is amazing. I didn't know this stuff really worked. So I feel like it's different for you as groups. But that's what I mean. Like, it's nothing negative. You're going through a positive, good experience. That's why Spirit's here, and they love you, and they're with you, and everyone's all excited. There's nothing bad happening. But somebody you deeply care about inspired you to want to do this. And then there's somebody here who's reaching out. So either Spirit's saying, hey, I'm right here, and they're going to show up and say, you can call me if you need help. Or the person here in the 3D world you're really connected to is right here and will help you or check in on you, and you're not expecting it. Because it's like, you're like, yeah, transforming into the butterfly is the best, that cocoon, you're breaking out your cocoon, that butterfly transformation is the best way to explain it, because I don't feel like it's death and rebirth, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's not that kind of experience. It's like this caterpillar coming out as this beautiful butterfly kind of experience. Because you end with the Fool, which means it's a new beginning. So this could last. I feel like it definitely starts this weekend. The Fool technically, to me, I'm hearing your gifts could be satisfied. Wait, what? Spirit. Oh, okay, I understand. So they have 4 more cards down here of like what you're getting. So he also reminds me of the magician, like alchemy. Like you're magical right now. There's this like mysticism about you. He's wearing the sun. Ooh, I'm covered in the chills. Everything before you was smoke and mirrors, and now you can see clearly, is what I'm hearing. But wait, help me, Spirit, with what you were saying before I lost it. So they understand about the gifts, or the gift, or whatever you were saying. Everything you once knew to be true is false and will fall away. All will be revealed by March 20th of this year. Abundance is heading your way, and your gifts are coming. You need to prepare yourself. That's why you are wrapped around with love and you have already connected to a key person that is part of your soul tribe, and they are with you right now. They are different for all of you. We are with you, and we love you. But be prepared, as you are all being gifted different things. Some of you are getting upgrades with your gifts and your abilities, and some of you are getting a gift that's deep in your core you never knew about. For the first time, you are finally waking up to it. It has been dormant for centuries, and you are finally here, ready, now to use it. This will begin for all of you by the 20th of March and go through the middle of April. Let the sun rain down on you. Embrace the warmth. Dance in the joy. Celebrate as we celebrate for you. You have become more evolved spiritually. You are all awake, and you need to rejoice in this. Welcome what's coming. These things are part of you. They've always been part of you. Now it's time to begin. Okay. Wow. Nope. I guess that's pretty clear. I don't think I need to clarify more on what the Fool said is coming in. I'm covered in the chills. So down here, Spirit is pointing out what the gifts are for all of you. What they are different for all of you. Like they said, some of you already have some, so they're getting stronger or new ones. And then some of you are waking up to gifts that maybe you've had that had been dormant or asleep, or maybe you didn't know you had for a very long time inside your soul. Sorry about that. I forget sometimes to check my camera because it only allows me to record for 40 minutes. So down at the bottom, Spirit gave us some cards of what some of the gifts are that are coming. Remember, they're going to be different for all of you. But it's like they said, some of you I think are getting more gifts than you already had. Or your abilities are going to be stronger. And then some of you, it's like you've been asleep for so long inside your soul. A gift that you did have is finally going to be awake after what it sounds like has been centuries, has been asleep. But it's going to be natural for you. So that's what you're going through with this transition. It sounds like you've raised your vibration high enough, or you've evolved spiritually enough to get to this point, or whoever you've connected with that's part of your soul tribe or your soul connection here on earth helped wake that up in you. So they helped you with this, that you then were willing to go through what you needed to spiritually to get to this point. What's really interesting, they drew my attention to right away, was the Ten of Wands came out upside down. Ten of Wands, right? It's Ten of Wands, yeah. You're no longer going to carry these burdens by yourself. I'm hearing the burden of spirituality alone. You have someone already now in your life you know you can talk to about spirituality. So that's no longer a secret. You are no longer have to be quiet about who you're going to talk to about whatever ability or gift you may have. You now have somebody who's been identified in your life, or will be identified in your life, it sounds like, between March 20th and the middle or end of April. They were very specific about that time frame. I'm assuming of this year, I think is what they said. Sometimes when I ask Spirit to come in and help me talk, I don't hear everything they say when I'm holding a tarot card. But it sounds like that's this month. It's like in like 2 weeks. So for some of you, it's going to happen really fast, and some of you, it's going to be next month. But that burden of, okay, well, I have all these gifts, or I have this new gift, I don't know what to do with it, or I'm still nervous about this gift. You'll have somebody to talk to about what to do with it, or how to handle it, if you will. Also, it sounds like you'll have somebody who's going to be on that same frequency as you, that you can really have those conversations that I feel like a lot of you feel like you're missing out on, that can nourish your soul while you need to be nourished. Because yes, it is wonderful to connect with Spirit and Source, your guides, but we can't live in that world. It is the best feeling in the world to be there and feel them and feel their love. But we can't live there 24/7 and function here on earth and do the things we're supposed to do here on earth at the same time. We can only tap in for so long. Plus, it takes a lot of our energy to also be connected to them. And we have to build up a lot of our energy to be able to stay connected and vibrationally high enough to connect with some of them as well, too. But we can't live there. We're not supposed to. So, we're supposed to be here doing other things. So I think that's also, that burden will be lifted because you'll have somebody here. So you'll have more than one person here that you can talk to about all those things that matter so much to you. That you're not going to be alone if you felt alone. Obviously, summertime between March 20th and the middle or end of April. I can't remember what Spirit said. And when Spirit talks, sometimes I know if it's my guide, and sometimes it's like a collective consciousness that's speaking. To me, that was a collective consciousness. That was not my guide. I know when it's my guide. So that sounded like a group talking. Could have been like all the Ascended Masters. It could have been Ascended Masters and your guides talking together collectively. It could have been all the Ascended Masters who are working with everybody. It could have been them plus angels and guides. I mean, it could have been just like a big group. But it was not my guide talking. Sometimes it's just my guide when I ask for Spirit to help. I'm just clarifying that so you know. I can tell when it's my guide and when it's not. That's why I felt like the message was a little bit more potent and direct. It was definitely not just my guide. Plus, well, it's not a love reading, but one of my guys loves to do love readings. And he likes to make everything rhyme if I ask for help. So I feel like some of you are getting, here's what some of the gifts are that are coming in, that I feel and I'm hearing and seeing. And as you know, my hearing is clairaudient, but the audient is as loud as me. Like when I hear it, it's like I'm hearing myself. If I was watching a YouTube, it's literally like hearing. When I see things, I literally see things. I rarely see just in my third eye. It's usually a little video clip. It's a picture. It's an image that comes in front of me. That's why sometimes you guys see me staring off at things. And then, as you know, obviously I feel things deeply because sometimes you've seen me cry on the channel or tear up from the emotion. So I feel like for some of you, you're getting you're actually getting clairaudient as your gift. You're not clairaudient at all, which means the ability to hear. Now, traditionally, clairaudient means you hear the thought, not you literally hear it out loud. I always hear my guide talking right over my right shoulder, in my ear. But I'm getting some of you are going to get it clairaudiently. Some of you are going to have claircognizant, which means you literally are just going to know things, and you're just going to know things. Some of you, the veil is being lifted off of you, because they're showing me a veil right here. See how this is white? It's all divine white light, but they're showing it to me as she was a bride getting married, and the veil is being lifted above and over her, back off of her head. They will manipulate the images. So they're showing me a veil being lifted up off of a bride, like the veil, the thin veil, between the realms, is being lifted. So that means you can see. So that's, I think of like the third eye chakra being opened. Like, so some of you will see things in your third eye. Some of you will see beyond the veil, meaning you will see into the other realms, meaning you will see those who've passed over. So I feel like some of you might become or are mediums and you don't know it, or your mediumship abilities will become much more stronger and much more prevalent than they have been. Some of you are going to be able to see like really what's the remote viewing, that's the term I heard, remote viewing, where it's like, okay, well, what's gonna happen at that wedding in 2 years, and who's there, and what's the dress attire, and what food are they serving at cousin John's wedding. And you look and you can literally see it, and it'll unfold right in front of you, like I am right now unfolding, moving my hands like this. It will literally unfold right in front of you, and you will see what everyone's wearing, where the wedding's being held, who's there, what they're serving. Is there a band? Is there a DJ? Is there dancing? Is there no dancing? Are you on a beach? You will literally be able to do that. You can remote view far into the future. I feel like some of you, seeing beyond the veil, I feel like some of you are going to be able to have premonitions, see things to come, seeing like mudslides that are happening or will happen, or earthquakes to come, or volcanoes to erupt. As I'm talking, I'm seeing a huge avalanche happen. I'm hearing like the thunder of like an earthquake, and then I'm seeing a massive avalanche happen. So I think it'll be different for all of you. But seeing beyond the veil means seeing. And seeing in your third eye too is also a gift. So that's literally seeing the image, but you see it in your head, but they'll show you images in your head of things. So I think some of you, that will be what's coming in. Some of you are going to be able to go back in time. So it's past lives. You'll be able to see your own past lives and everyone else's past lives. And it's going to be past life regressions, because I see the staff here. It's behind her, but I'm hearing bells jingle. And it's behind her head, and she's actually watching a past life of hers. That's what they're showing me. The way I can see my own past lives, and I can see others, but I can literally see my own past lives. Just like I'm watching, they're showing me right here where like past lives are occurring right here. I'm seeing a past life happen right here that's supposedly hers. That's what some of you are going to have that ability to do. And you're going to be able to either take people through past life regression, or you're going to be able to talk to somebody and literally see their past life and help them. because they're going to have these unexplained phobias that no one's going to be able to know where this came from because it's not from this lifetime. And they're going to need help healing with that. Because it's the only way they can clear that blockage, is what I'm hearing. Some of you are going to be able to see or communicate, shall I say. I think communication's a better way than say see. Usually when I communicate, I also see. So I'm using my own term. So thank you, Spirit. Some of you are going to be able to communicate beyond this. I need more help here, Spirit. How do I phrase this that makes sense for the collective? Just give me a few words that'll make sense for everyone, because I'm looking at the Knight of Swords and I understand what they're saying, but I want to be able to make it really simple for all of you. Ah, yes, that makes sense. Yes, yes. You will be able to channel, but it's not just channeling. I'm hearing it's not just channeling, my dear child. You are channeling beyond the cosmos. I'm repeating just the words I'm hearing. I'm not literally channeling. I'm just repeating the words I'm hearing them say, because it's just such a soft, sweet voice that I'm hearing. It's such a loving, nurturing voice. It's very feminine energy. Yeah, oh my sweet child, you will channel beyond the cosmos. You will channel different collective consciousnesses that need to be heard, that need to be brought to earth, that will bring healing, that will help others. A few of you will reach the far ends, the depths of the universe that no one has yet to connect with. They have been waiting for you. You are the one to bring them through. For you are from there. You are the light. You are the healer. You are the lover. You are the way. You are the path. You are the one who came from there. You already know this. This is your original home. You came to earth to bring their knowledge, to bring their voice. You are finally ready to bring their information here to help others. You, with a few other select few, will channel large collective consciousness minds, hundreds of thousands of light years beyond Earth. One is millions and millions of light years beyond the planet Earth. I'm hearing hundreds of millions of light years beyond the planet Earth. the one that is the furthest away, you will stay in the shadows because you do not want to be known. And that is okay. You don't have to be known. You are already loved. So some of you are going to be really great channelers, obviously, channeling people of these brilliant minds well beyond this earthbound group. So that'll be really fascinating what all of you can do. Because the Knight of Swords is communication, and it's fast moving communication. And she keeps saying you want to stay hidden. Some of you want to stay hidden. And that's okay, no one judges you for that. You went through all of this to understand that's your gift, and you went through all of this because you needed your chakra in perfect alignment so you could channel. And you do have a connection here too, so you are not carrying this burden alone. There's someone else for all of you too who is also from where you're from, and you will be connected with them as well. I'm getting some of you are also, they're also saying, I'm funny, the Knight of Swords is underneath the Page of Swords. I'm getting, some of you are also going to just be really good at channeling. Ascended Masters, angels, guides, beings that want to communicate now with Earth, that have already been communicating with Earth. So that's what some of you will also be doing. It's a smaller group that's going to be channeling this collective consciousness that has not been introduced maybe to Earth yet. And then some of you are going to be doing this as this is your gift that you were not aware of. But some of you, this is why you came to Earth, was just to do that. But that was like the most loving energy, like the softest, sweetest voice. If I can hear it, I try to like mimic what I'm hearing and like try to let you feel like that love, because it was so overwhelming. And you end with the Ten of Pentacles. And I felt like this is why I started out talking about Saint Germain, because he felt, he kept saying, I had to mention the financial lack ahead of time, because he felt like if you didn't clear that energy early on, you would have a hard time getting through this first phase to get to the abilities that all of you needed to be in, because he felt like all of you need to be in these energies to help other people and to help spirituality and to help humanity. And if you didn't clear this mindset of lack of abundance, and money is just energy and vibration, and just to have gratitude for it, for paying the bill when it comes in, or paying early, or having the gratitude that I had the extra money to be able to pay that unexpected bill. If you couldn't get into that mindset, he was concerned that you couldn't get to where you needed to be, because it's so important for those of you who have these gifts that are coming in, or getting reintroduced to your gift you've had for centuries that you've just kind of haven't gotten there, either spiritually, you wouldn't wake that gift back up. So Spirit's like, oh, finally, you're there, good. Oh, let's wake that thing up. Come March 20th through the middle of April. I gotta be careful because I've gotten chastised by Spirit before for laughing at dates that they've given me. So, chastised in a fun, teasing way, not literally like in trouble. But I just like how specific they can get. And he's creeping me out because I feel like he's getting mad at me with just his like hand on his hip, like, really? Really? I'll tell you what we think. Because I feel like whatever this next phase brings for you brings great abundance in your life. It brings in, I'm hearing it brings in harmony and peace and stability. It feels like the Four of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. And when I say that, I mean, I feel like it brings instability into your home. So if you're trying to find the right home, or you're trying to find a good place to live, or a place where you feel safe at home or secure in your home environment, it does that. And when I say Ten of Cups, I feel like it brings you ultimate joy and happiness and peace within your heart. Like you feel so much joy and happiness doing what you're doing. And for some of you, I feel like it brings in abundance with love. If you want a romantic connection, this brings that in because your vibration is sending out so much happiness, being you, doing what you're supposed to be doing. Even if this is in tandem with what maybe your other work is, if you are just reflecting love and happiness, so you're attracting that right back to you, and so your divine counterpart sees you and it's just drawn to you like a magnet, and you'll know. Because your souls are deeply intertwined. I feel like some of you are already with your divine counterpart and you're both waking each other up, actually. And the Ten of Pentacles is saying you'll have, if you trust and let go and have gratitude and understand it's all energy, the abundance and the money's going to flow. Don't question from where, don't ask, just know it will be there. It is also telling me too that there's a big legacy you'll be leaving behind here on earth. Even if you're trying to stay, I'm hearing, in the shadows, you are still going to leave a tremendous legacy behind with this abundance. Maybe you'll leave a massive inheritance behind for your children. Maybe you will leave people healed who come to you in secrecy. You will heal so many people. Maybe you are the one who speaks in secret and just records podcasts. No one knows who you are and introduces the whole world to a whole new collective consciousness that's hundreds of millions of light years away that no one knows about, that you came from, and your divine counterpart knows who you are because, oh, they came from there too. So they talk about it with you. And they also channel from there. Some of you heal people from past life traumas. Some of you predict events to happen before they happen. So some people don't go skiing in the Alps where an earthquake could happen. I'm just giving an example where that would then trigger, an avalanche. But all of you are gonna see and do things that leave a legacy behind based on what you do. And with that brings abundance of love, money, happiness, partnership, friends, family, the right people that are meant to be in your life moving forward. Okay, and you're gonna grow again, and you get another upgrade after that. once you master this, I'm hearing another upgrade comes. So this is just the beginning for a lot of you. I hope that helps. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I will talk to you soon. You're clearly of divine loving light and are very much loved by Source, God, angels, Ascended Masters, from everyone. So I wish you just a beautiful, peaceful weekend. I'm hearing just flow with, just flow. If you just flow with it, transformation will just happen naturally and you don't have to do anything. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.